Yo, so companies do this thing where they write specific IPs and specific games to like the very end. Like what happened with Horizons Zero Dawn and the other one is like they remastered it so many fucking times that it's completely different than what it originally was. It's like okay, they remastered it for they made it for I think the PlayStation 4 or 3, one of those. I think it was the 4. But then when they released a new version of the 4, they remastered it again. And then they remastered it for some fucking reason. But then when the PlayStation 5 came out, they remastered it again. And then they remastered it for the fucking Pro. And it's like when you have so many layers of paint over something, should be looking like that 7 layer dip, and like you can just see the layers. And now the like I guess at the end of it is completely different game than what it started out just as far as design. So apparently they're releasing a new Horizons game, and the first one was to just test, the limitation of the engine, like what God of War did, because it came out whenever realistic looking games were the new thing. But now I'm coming to the conclusion that because realism is an art style, and whereas all these games had a completely different art style that was built upon, now they're just just becoming the same. But let's give this one a watch since good old PlayStation is the fucking monopoly in console gaming. Like, at this point, well, I'd say buy a PC, but it's too late. RAM is already like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. You should have bought it earlier when I told you, but you didn't. And now you got to pay more. Do I feel like putting my earphones in? No, I really don't. Let's just give it a watch.
Hi everyone, I'm Jan-Bart van Beek. I'm the studio director here at Guerrilla. Now at Guerrilla we love exploring the Horizon universe, and with every new project we ask ourselves, where can we take our players next? What new stories can we tell, and what new experiences can we create?
They had like, what, 2 games? And past that, they just remastered them both. Like, what other project? I mean, they probably made other games, but if we're talking specifically Horizons, you kind of lost me.
And we heard many of you wondering, but what is Guerrilla working on?
Trailer.
And today we get to show you. Before we dive in, I want to be very clear about one thing. We absolutely love making single-player games, and we're going to keep making them. They're a huge part of who we are as a studio. But next to that, we also had this long-standing dream to try to do something different. Our own take on how you can explore the world of Horizon together as a team of machine hunters. It's something new, it stands on its own, but it's also still very much Horizon. Let's take a look at how this...
So... because it's fine to kind of branch out, but the problem is if it's online only or not. If the game's online only, what that tells me is they're eventually going to fucking kill the game. Like, if it can't be played offline or single player, like, for any reason, then it's effectively on life support.
New journey begins.
From the ashes of the old world.
And off rip, I don't know about because all these like hero shooters are now adopting the same style, which is more the cartoonishy type style. And what made games like Marvel Rivals and Deadlock Protocol good is because they were made by an established IP. The same thing with Overwatch. Like, Overwatch was Blizzard, Marvel Rivals. Yeah, it was made by a Chinese company, but Marvel. Valve made Deadlock Protocol, and there's this idea that people are tired of hero shooters, and I just don't believe that. I think that's cope that's used to justify the failures. People are tired of hero schlop shooters, but if you can have an interesting style and interesting characters and flashy art style, like, it's fine. Hot female characters, and it's fine.
Game machines.
Is that what? Well, I doubt this is what we're doing.
For ages, they were the guardians of the natural world. And they turned against us. Now, they're getting deadlier by the day.
Yeah, that looks cool.
All across the land, people are...
Oh my god. Again, man, it's just a character design that you see and you're like, what the fuck?
dying. That's why our leader gave me this command.
Also, he's on her
We
back.
have to fight back. And to do that, we need a team. Soldiers who always hold the line. And mercenaries who made
It's screwed. I already hate it.
crossed it now and then. Infiltrators who hide in the dark. And champions who shine in the light. Upstarts whose stories are just beginning. And legends looking for one last shot. The last line of defense for those who need it most.
I don't know much about the story of Horizons, but again, it was an interesting world. But I don't know. It's just, this just looks like generic hero schlop. What is this like? What is this, Concord like 3 now or 4? What Concord are we on?
Made up of the greatest hunters in the land. This is Hunter's Gathering.
So yes, we're going with a very different look here, and that's very much by design. Horizon Hunter's Gathering is a very dynamic co-op action game. We've tuned the combat so it works really well for a team of hunters, and we believe that works best when supported by an art style that really matches that energy. We're going to be showing you more gameplay in a minute, so you can judge that for yourself. Now, one more thing before we continue.
I'm gonna judge it now. I'm not. Again, it's just, one, you're using an already established IP, so it's not a really original. You're making a hero, effectively a hero shooter, which, I mean, that's generic. And again, people are tired of hero schlop. which is what this looks like. And 3, you're going with a baby cartoonish style. Like, why can't we have darker, gritty art styles anymore? Like, I understand the style here that they're using is easily reproducible. It doesn't really cost anything. Like, well, it does to an extent, but I mean, it's just like if AI can create this style, then it's just kind of dog water.
This game is still very much in development. Some things are going to be polished, others are still going to change. And that's exactly why we want to bring you in this early. So stay tuned till the end, because we want to invite you to come and help playtest the game with us and be part of giving the game its final shape.
Hi, I'm Ryan Buck, game director at Guerrilla. With Hunters Gathering, we're bringing back what makes Horizon so unique. Set in the American West, 1,000 years from now, civilization has collapsed. The hunters are all that stand between the tribes and the massive animal-like machines that threaten their survival. And the crisis is only getting worse. The machines have grown deadlier and they're more dangerous by the day. Someone has to step up.
I mean, I like the hand-drawn art, right? I mean, this looks cool. I'm not going to shit on it too much. But I don't know.
Step up and push back. And that is The Gathering, a crew of unlikely heroes venturing out into the wilds to stop the machine threat. We'll launch with a roster of hunters that grows over time. In our first playtest, you'll be able to play as Rem, Sun, and Axel. 3 hunters with very different approaches to combat and teamwork. Combat is at the core of Hunters Gathering.
Yeah, I don't know. This looks like a mobile game type shit. Or yeah, like this would be the type of art style that like Clash of Clans used. I think they should have stuck with a more realistic type deal. Like make it sort of like Arc Raiders, only with bows and shit. I think it would look better.
Tactical, reactive, and skill-based. Took the precision and tactical depth of Horizon's combat and built it for a team environment. You'll have to read enemy movements, time your attacks, combine abilities.
It looks more like, I don't know, fucking Monster Hunter. And there's probably going to be item rarity. There's probably going to be a perk tree. It's a third person, over the shoulder type shit. Now, like, I'm already naming a lot of, like, generic things before I even know it's out. It's probably like some sort of extraction game.
Abilities with your squad to take down the most powerful machines.
I mean, the hammer guy looks kind of cool, and I like the bow guy.
It is a challenging game. You really have to earn that victory. Now, when you start a mission, you pick and prepare your hunter. Each has very different melee, ranged playstyles, and weapons. You can select between classes for each hunter that change their abilities, from tank to support or tactician. During a hunt, you can tinker with a roguelike build system. Every machine encounter you beat gives you powerful tactical options. You've got perks, weapon upgrades, and various upgrades to your stats. In each run, you'll have to try and find the best possible combination of power-ups to take on the biggest machine. You'll be able to explore 4 large and very different environments at launch, each with its own look, its own atmosphere, and its own challenges for your squad to master.
Yeah, how much is this game? Like, Jeff Keighley, I don't know if this, like, the problem with most games is they don't tell you the price of the game. I think it's something the consumer should know beforehand. Instead of you just dropping in like, oh, 40, 50, or $50 or $60. Like, you should just straight up tell them when it's announced what price you're pulling. Like, and again, you probably don't really, like, know the price. But it's obvious a lot of AAA games, or a lot of, like, Sony games are going to be, like, $70. And I also heard Sony's going heavy into AI. And I'm like, you're telling me Sony of all companies cannot pull together talent. One, most of their games built upon like existing like games, like with remasters, prequels, sequels. Like the games already exist, you know, story wise, and all you need is to sort of match that. But I guess in this case, they're trying to. Well, I mean, this art style's been done so many fucking times with schlop shooters, hero schlop. I can kind of understand why they're using it. You know, it's easy, light on the eyes. I think it should have been more like Arc Raiders, more realistic, more gritty, but I guess they decided not to do that. I just don't like the childish art style.
The center of it all is the Hunter's Gathering. This is where you
so
upgrade your
Hub
gear,
City.
tweak your loadout, and team up for the next hunt. It is also just a fun place. For example, you can hang out in your own customizable campsite and then head back into the wilds.
Let's get out there.
I mean, that's pretty standard for these. You have the Hub City. We can
Horizon Hunter's
play
Gathering
with
is
people.
all about challenge and mastery, and the missions that you go on lean right into that. During our first playtest, you'll get to try 2 very different mission types.
Let's show 'em what we got.
Machine Incursion, you fight to stop a large-scale machine assault on the tribes.
So it's like a horde
With your
mode.
squad, you plan and coordinate which randomized power-ups to collect.
Oh, so let me guess. It's probably like Elden Ring Night Rain, where you have to go into a limited area and this fog will close in. Then you fight the boss at the end.
Before facing a relentless boss machine.
Yep.
Time is limited, with a violent storm closing in that
Yep.
cuts down your options to get stronger. The next is Cauldron Descent. In this multi-stage dungeon, the hunters take the fight to the enemy. You decide which path to take.
So
Brutal
that's the
machine
roguelike
encounters,
mode.
really challenging obstacles. They all require teamwork. Every clear chamber
With
shapes your run
puzzles.
and gives you power-ups. to the
Yeah, because that's what I love to do is puzzles. They're probably not difficult, but if they're not at least thought-provoking, why have them at all? Like, this is the thing with puzzles in games. Like, if they're so fucking easy, like in Veilguard, or where they are like they're easy, but you still got your fucking AI allies being like, oh, maybe you gotta do this. Oh, maybe you gotta do this. Why have it in? And if it's too hard, it breaks you away from the game. So maybe have it like thought-provoking, and if you fail, you have to fight enemies. So you have to you can farm technically, but I'm assuming in this roguelike mode, you only really power up when you beat the stage. You don't really get anything within the game.
Deeper, claim the rewards. These modes are the foundation of Hunter's Gathering. Tough, replayable, and built for squads who want to master them. We'll continue to evolve them with your feedback throughout our playtests. At launch, you'll be able to play the story campaign solo with NPCs or together in co-op. But that won't be part of the playtest. We want you to experience the story fresh when the game is ready. What we can say is that it's fully canon within the Horizon universe. It introduces new characters, new threats, and new mysteries that expand this part of the world. And the story doesn't stop at launch. Keep adding new adventures over time to the game.
I mean, again, at least they're going to add more. Again, Sony is the monopoly, so they really don't have to put in effort. I mean, do I think people are going to play this game? Probably. Because what other games are you going to play? But, again, I'm looking at this art style, man. It's just not doing it for me. Like, I want dark, gritty style. I don't want light, childish Fortnite style. That's in so many games are going childish Fortnite that it will immediately pull me off. You know, maybe with some exceptions, but you're losing me. And if you have a single player fucking game mode, there's no reason why it should always be online. Like, if you have a single player in the game, it shouldn't be always online. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Oh, we shut down the server so you can't play your game single player. Why?
We hope you've enjoyed your first look at Horizon Hunters Gathering. We're beginning a journey, and we're inviting all of you. Though it's still early days, you can expect more regular development updates and playtest announcements from us in the coming months. To stay in the loop on all of the latest news about the game, we've launched a brand new Horizon Hunters Gathering Discord and social channels. We'd love to see you there. From all of us at Guerrilla, thank you for joining us today. Horizon Hunters Gathering is about taking on challenges together, so we appreciate your help, and we're just getting started.
So is it free? Like they're having like the beta? I mean, using the players to test your game is fine if it's free. But Asmongold already talked about this shit. I don't know, like you cannot tell me from Killzone to this. Oh my god, you're right. It was Guerrilla that did Killzone. I heard that studio, I was like, huh, they did make a good game series. The amount of smirking these characters do made me physically ill. Yeah, it's that style. Have I told you the definition of insanity? So at this point, 19k likes, 78k dislikes. The bravest thing about this trailer is leaving the comment section open. Oh my god, yes. Even the very fucking people. Horizon 0 income? Oh my fucking god. How many companies failed when they said we love making single player games, but... Yeah. Now come on now. Now come on now. Companies, again, I don't know who's leading these companies, but they're being let off a fucking cliff. I want to know why. When you begin with excuses, you've already lost. That's literally what he's like. Well, we like making single player games, but it's like, that's an excuse. How many millions lost will it take to learn the lesson? Again, they're a monopoly. Sony, of all other companies, can afford to lose, right? You know, maybe the studio will get shafted, but Sony will still be there. How many times do you have to teach you this lesson, old man? Guerrilla team, please blink twice if you are in danger. Somehow, Concord return. Man, Concord is going to be that gift that keeps on taking. It is just, at the end of it all, they'll just be Concord. Tell me about the layoffs without telling me you're about to have layoffs. Yeah, and using fucking AI, probably. This has to be a humiliation ritual or something at this point. Horizon's Forbidden Wallet. Oh, you're right. Marathon. Man, I guess my brain sort of exited. We're like on the 4th Concord now. We should measure the failures by Concords. Yeah, this would be the fourth one. The 4th Concord. Does any executive ever look at a project around them that are failing and say, let's not do it like this? See, like that, you see, like this probably happens more than you know. We just don't hear about it. Like you start out with a concept that's interesting, Then they try to change it into this and then again into this, because this is what happens when the marketing team takes the sales. They do a hard left going south, then another hard left, and you're just running in a circle around the fucking ocean. And it's like, look, if we just had one person with creativity and everyone else behind him, it'd be fine. Horizon's forbidden purchase. Layoffs will continue until the industry improves. Yeah. Yeah. See, this looks like a game. I'll probably do a video on this. This looks like something I want to play. But anyway, Horizon, Shadow of Concord. So, yeah. God, people with this extension, you are the MVPs. But I don't know why this keeps happening. But we're going to get more of this in the future. You know, I guess they're banking off this new generation to not just eat the slop. But, like, that's just not working. I don't think it's working as well as they think. But that's all I gotta say about this. Where'd my cursor go? Peace.